The full moon in Scorpio on April 23rd, 2024 is going to be incredibly intense. This is a highly emotional time where you're going to feel heavier emotions, but it's giving you the opportunity to purge them, to release them so that you can feel lighter and more powerful on the other side. Hi, I'm Bella. I'm a tropical Western astrologer that uses the whole sign house system to interpret the stars to help you on your spiritual journey. And if you like what I have to say, give me a like, subscribe to my page, and hit that bell notification so you can stay updated every time I post. And if you love astrology, I have an astrology app called Astro Bella that's available in the App Store and on Google Play, where you can access your yearly horoscope, your daily horoscope, all of your planetary position descriptions, and so many more astrological goodies. All right, guys, let's dive right in to this crazy full moon in Scorpio, because it's very important for you to be aware of this energy, because you're going to be feeling a lot at this time. Full moons are already periods of heightened emotions. The moon is bright in the sky. Everything is illuminated. Everything is made clear at this time. Full moons are culmination points. They're endings. They're a release of something. They're the fruition of something. We're feeling a lot because we're coming to this end. We're seeing the results of our actions, and it could be emotional for when all of these things come together in this way. It's an emotional time. Plus, Scorpio is one of the most emotional signs, guys. This is a water sign, okay? Scorpio is very intuitive, very sensitive, very connected to energy, very connected to feeling, not afraid to go deep, not afraid of the dark, because Scorpio values the dark, because Scorpio sees the potential for change, growth, and transformation in the dark through facing the darkest parts of ourselves and our darkest emotions. So these things can come up right now. Full moons are confrontational energy. We're confronting something within ourselves, within our lives, within the world. The moon and the sun will be opposing one another. The moon will be at 4 degrees of Scorpio, while the sun will be at 4 degrees of Taurus. These are sister signs, but there is this very dynamic and confrontational energy with the full moons, with this opposition. Okay, so we're facing something. We're facing something head on, and it could be something that we've been avoiding. It could come up now, and because of the scorpionic energy associated with it, these could be the heavier emotions that we've been pushing down. April has been a very, very transformative yet intense month. It's been a roller coaster ride. Eclipse season is now over. This lunation is marking the end of eclipse season. And we've gone through so much change. So many emotions have come up. We've had to face parts of ourselves throughout this whole time that have been painful to face, because the Aries and Libra eclipse has made us face the codependent part of ourselves, to release this insecurity that has been within us. And a lot of these insecurities could have come up throughout the month. We've had to face parts of ourselves that we didn't want to face in order to step into a new version of ourselves. But that has required us to look to the past as well. Mercury has been in retrograde. Themes from the past have been coming up. We've been trying to move forward with these lessons, but maybe we feel a little stuck or stagnant because of the retrograde. We're waiting for Mercury to go direct so that we can move forward with what we learn, but there's still things from the past that we need to look at, and this energy can be very frustrating. Okay, we've been feeling a lot. Eclipse season is a time when the veil is very thin and we're very connected to energy. There's elements out of our control in the works. Things are being realigned and shifted, and we're being aligned with our destiny during eclipse season. So if we've been really off track, we may have had some rude awakenings, okay? And all of these changes and emotions and frustrations that have occurred throughout this whole month, they're going to be coming up to the surface right now to be looked at, to be healed, to be fully felt, so that they can be released, so that we can move on, so that we can move forward. April is the most challenging month of this year, and this full moon is really the final, the ending, the grand finale to it all. Eclipse season is ending. Mercury retrograde is ending. Jupiter and Uranus are conjunct at this time too. So this is a period of massive, unexpected change. And Jupiter is a positive planet, so this change can benefit us, but change is always going to feel uncomfortable at the beginning. Growth hurts. That's why it's called growing pains, because it's different, it's new, it's jolting, it's jarring, it's making us feel so much because we're shifting, we're learning, we're growing, it's uncomfortable. And we've been accumulating a lot of emotions within us during this month. And if we haven't been dealing with them or facing them or allowing ourselves to feel them, well, they're probably building up inside of us. And this full moon is going to bring them to light. All these feelings that we've been avoiding, all this heavier stuff, it's going to come bubbling up. But this is such a powerful opportunity to let go of all of them so that we can feel lighter, so we can access this deeper power within us, because we're clearing, we're purging, we're releasing, we're moving forward. This is a very exciting time, but it might not feel super good in the moment. It might feel like a lot. This full moon is squaring off with Pluto. And Pluto is the co-ruler of Scorpio. So this adds another element of this scorpionic, heavier, deep energy. And squares in astrology are tensor aspects. Okay, they create tension between planets. Okay, and this is a T-square. This is the sun and the moon and Pluto all squaring off. So there is an increase of tension. Pluto wants you to face the darkest parts of yourself right now. Okay, anything that you've been avoiding. And Pluto brings secrets to the surface. Pluto uncovers the dark. So you might be dealing with some uncomfortable secrets that come up, uncomfortable realities in regards to your deeper emotions, in regards to your partnerships. That's been an ongoing theme with the Libra and Aries axis eclipses, how we are in relation to others. And this can bring up themes, darker themes within your relationships. Feelings of obsession or possession or jealousy, power struggles between you and other people can come up in your relationships. We're feeling a lot, but we're healing a lot. And this is not an easy aspect, you guys. Squares are tough energy. Pluto is in Aquarius right now, okay? This is still new energy, a new territory that we're in. It's made it to 2 degrees of Aquarius. The sun and the moon will be at 4. Okay, so it's not exact, but it's pretty close. Okay, so we're gonna be feeling this deep transformational energy. But the transformation is not gonna be easy. But anything easy in life is, not that great anyway, right? It's the things that we have to work the hardest for that are the most rewarding. And the healing that can occur right now can be so beautiful and so rewarding, and can allow us to step in to this new version of ourselves, this new reality in such an empowered way, because we're clearing everything that's holding us back right now. This month has been a metamorphosis, okay? And this is the final stage of the metamorphosis, is this final release, this final letting go, this final shedding. This is also a time when we may have to ask ourselves some harder questions, Some harder truths can come up. We may have to have some harder conversations with other people, very emotional conversations. And remember to check your birth chart and see if you have anything specifically at 4 degrees of Scorpio, because it's going to manifest the most potently for you. And if you have anything at 4 degrees of any of the fixed signs, you're going to feel it the most. Okay, so heavy emotions, painful, but beautiful and healing, okay? Because you need to feel to heal. And remember, this is also a time when a lot of self-love and self-care is needed. This is an important time to prioritize your mental, spiritual, and emotional health, and do whatever you can to remain present and to not get overwhelmed at this time. It's very important to spend time with yourself in nature, meditating, journaling, with people that you trust, people that you know care about you, that will be there for you, to listen to you. You can help one another heal because we're all going to be feeling it, okay? Listening to music, watching movies, anything that helps you kind of release, that brings the emotions up. Maybe listening to some beautiful music can actually help the emotions come up, because anytime we're relaxed, our emotions tend to flow. And it's really important that we allow the emotions to flow right now, because the more we let go of, the lighter we will feel. So listening to music, watching movies, romance movies, whatever you need to feel relaxed so that you can release and just go easy on yourself. Get a massage if you need to. Go to a yoga class. It could be overwhelming to feel everything you feel, but it really depends on how much you've been facing along the way. How much of these heavier feelings you've been clearing as they come up. Because if you've been suppressing, it's going to feel like a lot. So it really depends on you. And you can also think back to the time of the Scorpio new moon that happened in November of last year, and think about anything that you may have started at that time, or any kind of healing that you've taken on, or looking at a part of yourself, or a theme in your life that kind of came about 6 months ago. This could be some kind of culmination to that energy, some kind of ending, some kind of result could come up at this time. But there could be like harder truths associated with it, things that you didn't expect, secrets, whether it's in your relationships or within you. It's an uglier part of yourself could come up, but it's really important to accept everything that comes up. Self-compassion is very important right now, to practice self-compassion and self-love, whatever comes up, because we're human beings, this is all part of the human experience. It's not always going to be beautiful and perfect. There's going to be uglier, darker parts that need to be integrated, that need to be looked at, that need to be accepted. And this is what this energy is for. So just be kind to yourself at this time. All right, so I'm going to go through what this means for all of the 12 zodiac signs, depending on where you have Scorpio in your chart. So the most prominent energy is going to be based on your rising sign. So make sure you check your rising sign first. Your sun and moon will come secondarily. The sun is more about your outer life, your ambitions, your career, and then the moon is more internal, more energetic, more subtle type of energy, but your rising sign is always going to be the most prominent. But you can check all three and take whatever resonates with you. Just know that this is a healing and emotional time for all of us. So if you take the right steps and you're honest with yourself and kind with yourself, you'll get through this and you'll be so much stronger on the other side. All right, let's get into it. Aries, this is happening in your 8th house of transformation and psychological healing, okay? The 8th house is the most associated with Scorpionic energy, so you're going to be feeling this extra intensely. It's going to bring up a lot of inner emotions, feelings, pains, past traumas that need to be looked at right now, that need to be released. You just went through an extremely transformational period with the eclipse on your axis. The solar eclipse was in your sign. You may have had major breakthroughs, a major new beginning, major shakeups in your life, okay? But also a major turmoil in your life, okay? So all of the emotions, all of the deep stuff that has been buried within you that maybe you accumulated just this past month, it's all coming up right now. And it's going to be a huge release for you to just let it go so that you can step in to your new reality, to this more confident version of yourself, okay? Because you had such a crazy month. And this is like the final purge, the final release. And the 8th house also represents your shared resources, right? And so the sun being in your 2nd house of your personal finances and the moon being in the house of shared resources, this is a time also to review relationships, relationship dynamics, what you're sharing with your partner, what your partner is sharing with you. Is there a healthy flow of give and take in the relationships? In finances, in intimacy, are you giving and receiving in a healthy way? Are you allowing yourself to receive? Are you giving as well? And the eclipses could have brought a lot of relationship changes into your life. But now is the time when you're really looking even deeper into those relationships, the more intimate parts of it and how you relate to your partner on a deeper level. And even past relationships can come up right now to be analyzed as well. And past pain from relationships can come up. We're still in this retrograde period. So past psychological wounds in regards to intimate relationships from the past. So this is tougher energy for you for sure, but this is such a massive opportunity for you to heal. I mean, this is your purge. This is your aftermath of the eclipse. So it's really important that you're gentle with yourself at this time and you handle this energy the right way so that you can step into this new reality so much lighter, so much freer, so much stronger. So if you have to cry, cry, it's okay. And don't be afraid to talk to someone if you need it as well. Taurus, this is happening in your 7th house of relationships. So there are parts of your relationships that are being illuminated right now, darker parts of your relationship. You can experience some power struggles with your partner, jealousy, obsessiveness. The darkness is coming to light in regards to your relationships, and you're actually releasing a lot. You're releasing a lot of heavier energy, past pain that you've accumulated from past relationships or your current relationship. This could also be an ending to a relationship or the end to not facing the tougher aspects of your relationships. Okay, you could be ending a toxic behavior within your relationships because you're really looking at the deeper, darker parts of how you relate to others. And Pluto is going to be bringing up some harsh and uncomfortable truths right now in regards to your relationship or just relationships in the past. And it may be incredibly hard to deal with these truths that come up. They could bring up just very intense emotions, darker feelings, okay? There's a darker part of you that's being illuminated in regards to how you relate. But this is so, so powerful because relationships are powerful because they have the ability to do that. They're like a mirror to show us what we may have missed within us. So all this darkness that you're facing is actually could be so transformational for you because you could really heal. You could really transform at this time and start approaching your relationships in a healthier way. And you could be letting go of the past pain from past relationships that helps you attract healthier relationships right now. You're releasing all of this stuff that you've been holding on to for so long that exes could have brought upon you or your current relationship. And then you have Jupiter and Uranus also conjunct in your sign. So it's like this desire to break free, this desire to be your authentic self. And you're really questioning, are your relationships aligned with this this freedom that you want in your life right now, yeah, you're asking yourself some tough questions, Taurus, and it could be uncomfortable, but you can handle it, okay? So go easy on yourself and see all of this stuff that comes up as a real opportunity to level up, okay? And feel what you have to feel, cry if you have to. It's gonna be okay. And Gemini, this is happening in your 6th house of work and health, so you may have to face some truths, some harsh truths about your health at this time. And if you've had any toxic habits that have been detrimental to your health, and this could be a time to really face something that you've been avoiding in regards to your mental and physical health, and you may have to cut something out of your life that has been absolutely toxic for you, which can actually be very positive. And it could be a bad habit. It could be just, eating certain foods that are not good for you or not exercising enough. But you're going to have to ask yourself some tougher questions. And the thing is, Mercury's been in retrograde. Mercury rules you. So you've probably not been thinking very clear at all. But Mercury is just like going direct just a couple days after this Scorpio full moon. So your mind is going to start working again, okay? And then you're going to have a lot of clarity on what you need to do to be healthier. And you're going to have more awareness of the body-mind connection. And you're realizing also how negative thinking and like anxious thoughts are actually affecting your physical health, okay? And it's not too late to turn it around. And this also can be in relation to your work. You could be realizing that your work environment is toxic and you need to change that, okay? Or toxic habits within your work. Like the way that you work, you could be working too hard and making yourself sick. Like you're coming face to face with these harsher truths about your health and how you spend your day to day and what your routine is like. And are you putting your energy in the wrong direction? So it's heavier energy, but if you realign and you face these darker realities, you can really shift and enter a healthier new version of yourself. And the thing is, Jupiter is going to go into your sign just next month. Like one more month and it's going to be your most positive, most abundant, most optimistic time. So if you can hold on till then, Gemini, it's going to be so amazing for you, okay? So cut out the bad stuff. Cut out the toxic habits, and get ready to embrace so much optimism and so much abundance. You need to be strong, okay? Because you're going to be attracting so many good things after the end of the May. So just cut out what doesn't serve you anymore. And you're going to be okay. You're going to be better than okay, Gemini. Cancer, this is happening in your 5th house of romance and creativity. Okay, so this is a time when you could be completing a creative project. You could be putting a lot of your emotions and feelings into your creative work right now. Creativity and art could be very healing for you right now. And you could be expressing some darker stuff within you through your art, okay? And some heavier truths will come up within you, but use whatever outlet that you have to turn those heavier, darker emotions into something beautiful, something that you can share with others and inspire others. And your romantic life may also be affected at this time. And heavier emotions that are associated with heavier emotions that are associated with past romances could come up right now. Toxic habits that you've had in dating can come up right now, where you really get a harsh look at what you've been doing wrong and having to face releasing some of that stuff. Also past pain from not great partnerships or relationships could come up that you're releasing, that you're letting go of, so that you can be lighter, so that you can attract better, healthier love and romance in your life, more fulfilling romantic experiences in your life. There's a lot of emotional turbulence in regards to love that you're feeling right now. Love is making you just be in your feels, okay? You want that romance. You want a healthy type of love, but there's a lot that needs to be purged at this time to make space for the healthiest love that you can have. So you're dealing with past pain and just cutting out any kind of toxic behavior within your romantic life. And then you can also have some pretty tough conversations come up with a partner. You know, harsh truths about the relationship could come up. So just be easy with yourself. This could be very healing time, but there's going to be a lot of feeling as well, a lot of tears, a lot of heaviness. But just take really good care of yourself at this time. And after this energy is over, you're going to feel so much lighter and so much better. Leo, this is happening in your 4th house of home and family. So this could be a little bit of a heavier energy for you. Some dark secrets could be coming up about your family, stuff that's been buried, childhood pain and trauma could be coming up right now. Just hidden things about your past could come up right now, could come up to the surface. Just past memories that have been suppressed could come up right now, but it's coming up to be healed. And you need to heal this stuff because Pluto is in your 7th house right now. And it's squaring off this full moon. And your 7th house represents your relationship. So the more you clear right now in regards to your past and your childhood, the healthier type of relationship you can attract, okay? Because Pluto brings really powerful relationships, really intense ones. But if there's unhealed stuff, then especially from your childhood, then that can come up in the relationship dynamic in your current relationships if you haven't faced the past. So this is a great opportunity to face the past right now, to face your childhood, to face your family, to face everything that's been buried deep, deep, deep within you. It's all coming to the surface, all from the depths of your soul. And, you know, this has been a crazy month, so many feelings. It's been an emotional roller coaster ride, and this is your release. This is your purge, and it's going to be in regards to your family. You know, you could feel hurt by your family. Maybe there's things that you're doing to hurt your family. That's all going to come to the surface. All these feelings. But okay, the uncomfortability is so powerful because if you could just get through it and you could actually talk to your family member, if you're able to talk to them about this could be such a healing time if you really take the time to listen to what they have to say. And forgiveness is so powerful right now. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. Forgiving yourself and forgiving people in your family that hurt you, it can make a monumental change in your family dynamic. And this could be actually the ending of some really heavier stuff, the ending of a really heavier phase of your life. And you're letting go, you're releasing, and you're just forgiving everyone that's involved in this energy. And this could also be letting go of a place of living and moving to a place that feels more aligned for you. So go easy on yourself, Leo. It's going to be okay. Feel what you need to feel. Heal what you need to heal. And your family dynamics and relationships can actually become a lot stronger after this. Virgo, this is happening in your 3rd house of communication, learning, writing, your siblings. So this could be the completing of some sort of learning project, the completion of a writing project. You can also be getting very deep mental clarity at this time and penetrating focus. Your mind will be feeling very investigative. And you've been experiencing your ruler, Mercury, in a retrograde this month. So you may have had a hard time with clarity in your life right now. But this is going to bring a sense of clarity. And you're focusing on deep truths that are within you. You're really starting to see things more clearly about your emotions. And you're moving away from all the fuzziness in your mind and all the frustration, but you need to kind of face the heavier emotions that may have come with the frustration of not being able to move forward or think clearly, and kind of let that go so that you could just go back to your sharp self, Virgo. It's going to feel really good. Just don't be afraid to face darker truths. You could have some emotional conversations with your siblings right now that can trigger some deep feelings that need to be released as well. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of this heavier energy, because after this full moon, it's going to feel a lot better for you. And, you know, this is also a time when you could clear some negative thought patterns. You could realize that your negativity is actually, you know, affecting your entire experience on Earth. So this, you know, you could be becoming hyper aware of your thoughts. And this is a great time to accept that, be aware of the negativity, and do your best to shift them, to shift your thoughts so that you can create a better reality for yourself, Virgo. It's gonna get easier, I promise. Libra, you're coming off some very heavy energy right now because the eclipses were in your axis. So there could have been a lot of changes in regards to yourself and your relationships, and harsh truths about your relationships may have come up. This is a time to purge and to release those heavier emotions. You're going to be feeling a lot. You're going to have access to a deeper part of yourself that maybe has accumulated a lot of intense emotions. This is the time that you're going to be facing them and releasing them. But the actual full moon is happening in your second house of finances. So a lot of truths can come out that pertain to your finances. Hidden truths about your finances, uncomfortable truths about your finances can come to light at this time. And full moons are endings. So you could be doing away with unwise forms of investing or how you've been spending your money. You're going to be becoming very aware of the not so smart ways that you've been dealing with money, and you could be transforming your relationship with money. But in order to do that, you need to face the darker truths about your relationship to money, your ideas about money. But at the same time, this is the culmination point as well. So you could be receiving money. You could especially think back to the time 6 months ago when we had the Scorpio new moon. Is there something that you started working on, a financial project or a money-making opportunity? You could be seeing the results of that right now. So think back to if you invested in something or a new money-making venture, that something about that can come to light or come into fruition, or the results of that can come into fruition. Truths about money will be revealed. You're going to have to ask yourself some tough questions, feel some tough emotions. Your self-worth is going to come into play, into question. How do you really value yourself? What do you value? What are your values? You're looking really deep. It's like, how much do you value money and security? And you just went through this transformation, and you're going to really come face to face with your own self-worth, and if you've been able to increase that at this time. And I think the more self-worth you have, the more ability you'll be able to make money, because it all comes from your beliefs about yourself. And if you believe you're worth it, then you attract more in your life. So you're going to be facing all of that. You're going to be feeling a lot. Allow yourself to feel what you need to feel. Cry if you need to cry. You're going to be okay. Scorpio, this is your full moon. It is happening in your first house of self. So you're coming face to face with yourself. This is your time to shine, to become more magnetic, okay? But in order to do so, you're going to have to feel some heavier emotions. You're going to have to purge heavier emotions. You're going to have to let go of heavier emotions so that you can step into this more magnetic version of yourself, this more powerful version of yourself. But in order to do that, you may have to face darker parts of yourself that you've been suppressing, okay? It's about accepting and allowing and not running away from these darker parts of yourself. It's about coming face to face with them. And even if they make you feel a lot, and the more you feel right now, the lighter you'll become. It's okay to cry. It's okay to have time alone. Be kind with yourself during this time, because this is a huge purge for you, okay? So much darkness is going to come to the surface, but it's there because you're clearing it so you could be lighter, be more magnetic, be more confident. Allow yourself to shine, accept yourself, allow yourself to transform. And the quality of your future is determined by how much you're able to let go of now, how much you're willing to love yourself now, okay? How much of your authentic self are you going to let the world see now, okay? And this may involve having to forgive yourself, okay, for the past. Okay, this is heavy energy. But don't try to numb yourself or escape it, because this is the most potent and powerful energy for you. This is complete transformation of you, okay? And if you've been working on yourself for a while now, if you've set out to believe in yourself more, especially around the time of the Scorpio new moon, which was also in your sign 6 months ago. You're going to really start to see the results, the fruition of all the effort that you've been putting into working on yourself is going to come out now, okay? But it's a super emotional time as well. So self-care is a must. Accepting all parts of yourself is a must. Allowing yourself to feel, not judging yourself for it is a must, okay? Because this is your full moon. The light is being shown upon you, okay? And you could be whoever you want to be at this time. And if you want to be the lightest, most empowered version of yourself, then let it all out, let it all go, so you can move forward, baby. This is your time, Scorpio. So enjoy it and be kind to yourself. Sagittarius, this is happening in your 12th house of the subconscious, okay? So a lot of hidden stuff is coming to the surface now. A lot of hidden things are going to be illuminated, okay? And this might not be the most comfortable energy for you, okay? This is the best time for you to be alone right now, okay? Sit with yourself, sit with your thoughts, go into nature, because some dark stuff that's been buried deep into your subconscious, it's making an appearance now. And you just have to remember that this is all part of the healing process, okay? You are healing right now. And in order for you to be healthier mentally and spiritually, you have to face this stuff, okay? This is the time to face it head on. This is not the time to numb. This is not the time to distract. This is the time to heal. This is the time to feel. This is the time to tap in to your intuition, okay? This is the time to cry. If you have to cry, give yourself a good cry under this full moon, okay? This is the time to use your imagination. This is the time to create art. This is the time to write down your dreams, because you may be having very beautiful and prophetic dreams at this time. And if you've been going through a healing process for a while now, especially since the last new moon in Scorpio 6 months ago, this could be the resolution to it. You could see the results of your spiritual healing process. You could see something, results, you could feel stronger at this time, but this is the completion of a phase of your healing. And you're learning to integrate the darker parts of yourself. You're accepting the darker parts of yourself. This is a huge ending, because the 12th house is the last house of all the houses. So it's like a completion. It's an even bigger completion for you. You're moving on from this heavier version of yourself. And, and in order to do that, you need to allow what comes up to come up, let it go, feel what you need to feel, meditate, journal, and just take really good care of yourself. Capricorn, so this is happening in your 11th house of your friendships and your social circle. So dark secrets can come up right now in regards to your friendships, and the people who have your best interests at heart and who don't, that's going to become very clear and evident who doesn't have your best interests at heart. So this could be a time when you cut people out of your life, because the secrets will come up. You'll see the reality. You'll see clearly, this person is not for me. This person does not have good intentions for me. And you may have to move on. Truths are coming up at this time, and it could be uncomfortable, very uncomfortable, but you need to face it, okay? That's coming up for a reason, okay? Because you need to be aligned with people that care about you, that want what's best for you, and that support you. So those truths are going to come up right now. And you could have some tougher conversations with your friends right now, but they could be very healing conversations, especially if they have the right intentions. You'll know if they do. That'll become very clear. There could be a lot of crying from both of you. But yeah, the toxic people in your life, they will not be sticking around right now. This is a very healing time for your friendships. Either your friendships are going to become a lot deeper through releasing some tension. Maybe there has been tension between you and a friend, and this is a time when you can heal that tension, and then your bond will become stronger. Either that, or you realize that there's nothing to be done here, and it's over. You're moving in a different direction, and it's okay to say goodbye and allow yourself to feel what you need to feel with whatever comes from that goodbye, because goodbyes can be painful but necessary. Feel your feelings and move on, Capricorn. You got better things to do, okay? Aquarius, this is happening in your 10th house of career. So you can have a little bit of drama unfold in your career right now. Some darker truths can come up in relation to the path that you've been moving on in your career. You may make some realizations about yourself and why you're chasing the things you're chasing, why you're going after what you're going after. Is it aligned with your soul's purpose? Maybe yes, maybe no. That'll become very clear right now. You'll have to face darker parts of yourself, and it could be a little bit uncomfortable. But, if you've been working really hard in your career and your career is aligned with your soul's purpose, you could actually receive some sort of positive result in your career, because this is a culmination point. And so think back 6 months ago. Think back to goals or ambitions that you took on at that time. They could be unfolding right now in a very positive and powerful way. But regardless of what comes right now, you are going to have to face those harsh truths in regards to the direction that you've been moving. And you may have to cut certain career paths out if they're not aligned with your higher purpose, with your soul. You're going to feel that right now. You have Pluto in your sign right now, okay? So you are meant to become so powerful over the next 20 years. But in order for you to access that power, you need to be radically honest with yourself, not be in denial about what you're chasing as far as your career goals. Are you doing it for your ego or because of what other people think, or are you doing it because you feel empowered doing it? Because you're meant to be the most powerful version of yourself. And if you're on the wrong career path, that's going to become very clear right now. Truths are coming to light, and you may even actually shift careers altogether and just realize, you know what? This is not who I am. And it could hurt. It could be quite painful. Letting go of something is always painful, especially if you thought that's the thing that you needed to be doing. But allow yourself to feel what comes up right now so you can release and move forward and continue evolving to become this amazingly powerful version of yourself. Pisces, this is happening in your 9th house of higher learning, travel, and your beliefs. So this lunation could be illuminating your deepest beliefs about reality. And you could be shedding certain beliefs that no longer serve you, beliefs that are actually hindrances towards you. And these could be spiritual beliefs. These could be religious beliefs that actually have stood in the way, okay, of you experiencing the highest version of reality, the version that is most aligned with who you are. And maybe you've allowed certain beliefs to limit you in the past, and you're letting go of those things. Those beliefs could have hurt you, and you're coming face to face with them now. And it's going to be like a harsh reality check, and it may feel extremely uncomfortable, but the truth will set you free. And this is all about expansion for you. The 9th house is about growth and expansion. So you're expanding your understanding of reality, and you're letting go of anything that stood in the way of you aligning with the reality that is most aligned with who you are. Okay, you're figuring out who you are, who you want to be, what your truth is, what you choose to believe, not following anyone else's path, and just coming face to face with darker truths. You could also be completing some sort of study right now, taking on a new travel experience that could really awaken some deeper knowing within you. And everything that you're experiencing, the truth that you're aligning with is shaking things up within you. It's making you feel a lot of heavier emotions because you're seeing the world in a different light, okay? And you're expanding and you're growing, but growth hurts sometimes. And this could be a painful type of growth because you're saying goodbye to a lot of old ways of thinking. And just, you could stop believing in something that actually hurt you. Okay, your whole perspective is changing. This is a transformation for you. So allow whatever comes up to come up. Feel what you need to feel so that you can heal and let go and step into these new and empowered beliefs about your reality. Okay, you could actually be saying goodbye to a whole spiritual practice or understanding at this time because you have these realizations. So be kind with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. It's going to be okay. You know, you're stepping into a new reality, and sometimes you have to face these darker truths. in order to feel lighter and be more powerful and more aligned. And that concludes the video on the Scorpio full moon. It's a little bit of heavier energy, but being aware of this energy can give you the potential and the opportunity to use it towards your advantage, towards your benefit, because you're going to be aware that right now, if you gotta cry, cry, because it's actually gonna be for your greatest good, because this is a time of purge. This is a time of release. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna be so much lighter and stronger on the other side. So feel free to leave me any comments or feedback down below. You're probably feeling this energy a few days before, a few days after. Let me know how you're feeling. I love to read your comments. And thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you again in the next video.